All right, what's going on, man? It's your boy Kreativekloth, and I'm back with another video, man. Look, if I'm not starting somewhere, I'm not going nowhere. I think this is now the 4th episode, but this is gonna be another edition of Kloth Talk. Again, Kloth Talk is just where I grab articles from Hypebeast, Complex, wherever I could grab them, where I just give my thoughts and opinions on what's currently happening in the realm of streetwear, fashion, sneakers, just the culture revolving around fashion. I just give my thoughts and opinions on what's currently happening. But without further ado, let's get into the first article. All right, so this first article reads, Amine shares release date for his New Balance 610, the moves. And honestly, I knew once I saw, I think these have been shown multiple times, like a couple months back when I first saw them. I knew there was heat, bro. And it wasn't like too many details. There wasn't like some campaign that came out. I just knew based on like the still shot image. I think it was this image, that the first one that I saw. Off this one alone, bro. I didn't need to see nothing else. I was like, these are fire, bro. And for some reason, I've been seeing some hate for these. Not only just like, there's hate in the Hypebeast article. Like the comment section, people are saying like these suck, respectively no. And like just other like comment sections on where people are posting, like people are not rocking with these. And I don't understand how you cannot rock with these. Like New Balance got their buzz as of lately. Like I say, like the past 4 or 5 years, they have got a tremendous buzz. And I think it's because I feel like New Balance is giving the leverage to the creators or creatives to really push a different type of shoe, if that makes sense. Like this shoe silhouette, the shoe itself, the color scheme, all that, I think is fire. That's me though. Like I like shoes that's unique. I like shoes that's different. I don't want to look at another pair of shoes and see everybody got them on. Like these shoes are super dope to me. I don't understand what's the hate. I guess because like, you know, if you can't really, if you can't really put that shit on, then I get it. Like you probably wouldn't want to buy these because like you wouldn't be able to match it or really put together an outfit. But I got some outfits I could put together with these though. You know, we want creativity, we want uniqueness, we want something to stand out. And I think that's how New Balance got their claim to fame. Like when Salehi did his Water Be the Guide and he did the orange pair, and like when Joe Freshgood did his collab and he did all these different colors and like super bright, super like just out of the norm for like what people typically rock. That's when they start getting like their respect. Like they're really testing and pushing the boundaries. I'm not too familiar when it comes to like this silhouette and how long it's been with New Balance. But to my attention, somebody that's just, you know, in the past 4 years, really start paying attention to like the culture of just sneakers, I haven't seen this silhouette before. I don't know if this is the same silhouette Joe did with his pair. If so, I'll confirm right here. I don't know if this is the same silhouette, but the silhouette is super dope, man. It's something different. And like, I beg for like, I beg for different. Like I really want unique and different stuff. And like when something like this comes along, I think it's calling to me. Like it's like I need it. And I feel like I would actually wear these. I would wear these more than like some other just, you know, crazy color. I think I would actually get a lot of wear out of these shoes. So if I had to be on me, I think these are cop. And I think so when this video releases, it'll be Friday. And I think these actually release on August 22nd, which is, I believe is like a Tuesday or something like that. So they're coming up very shortly. So you need to make up your mind soon. I don't know if I'm gonna get them just because I have adult responsibilities I need to make and I can't do it, but I really wanna do it. But I think these are worth the cop because, you know, this being his first, I believe this is his first collaboration since jumping on with New Balance. And this is his first one, bro. I'm really excited to see where he takes it to the next point because he's friends with Salehi Bembury, which I'm sure, you know, he's consulted with him, and I'm sure he has other friends in that realm where he's like consulted to really, you know, perfect the shoe that he wants to put out. So I think if he's putting this out for his first run with New Balance, I am like excited to see what else he has in store. Even though like I don't necessarily listen to his music, I think that, you know, you don't have to like everything about somebody. I think his pocket of being a creative is definitely there. I think he has that potential. So I'm just excited to see what else Amine has to offer as far as, you know, fashion, sneakers, and all that. But let's get into the next article. All right, so this next article reads, entire studio drop 4 is a vision of calmly futuristic styles. Now I got hit to this brand actually, I wanna say like a year ago maybe. Like they had that one puffer vest. I'll put the picture here. They had a puffer vest that I feel like everyone was rocking. And that was my introduction to this brand. And this article really showcases why, you know, they are where they are as far as like making a name for themselves in streetwear. It's so, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like unique, but it's like, I don't think they're necessarily doing something that hasn't already been done, but they're taking a spin on the stuff that's already been done and they're like making it their own. Like, you know, they're like puffers, sweats, you know, hoodies, jackets, and all that. Like they're doing like these standards when it comes to fashion, but they're putting a spin on it that is so unique to them that I don't really necessarily see it amongst other brands, or I haven't been introduced to another brand that is doing it to the level that they're doing it. And, you know, it kind of has like that Yeezy type vibe to it, which in the article it speaks to like, you know, they're definitely inspired by that brand. I think this brand is based out of New Zealand. I think they're based out of New Zealand. But yeah, it's just like, this brand is super dope. And, you know, I think that the more people start recognizing it and getting hip to it is gonna push their creativity forward. It kind of reminds me of the progression of like that brand from France, House of Airs. Like I remember like kind of getting hip to them really early on. And then like, you know, they started picking up steam, Then they worked with Gucci and they worked with, you know, these luxury brands. And like, I think entire studios can be on that trajectory because they're doing things that are unique to them, and they're doing it in a way that isn't so like, they're doing it in a way that doesn't scare away. I guess that's the only word I can think of. That doesn't scare away just a regular consumer that doesn't necessarily, they're not necessarily in fashion, they're not, you know, heavily into like streetwear, but they're not scaring them away because it's like very calm and very, is very wearable for the non-streetwear enthusiast, if that makes sense. Like, I think their brand can appease to a lot of people, not just the people who really love streetwear and really love, fashion, like, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to over explain what I'm trying to say, but I don't think I'm really getting it out. I just think that their brand can reach a wider demographic other than just the targeted people of streetwear. I think their target demographic might be the individuals who love streetwear, but I think it could broaden itself, and I think that's how I view it. I don't know if that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense in the comments. But yeah, all I really want to say is like, this brand is super dope. And I think if it's not on your watch list, you should definitely put it on your watch list because they make some dope puffers. And I think that as we continue to move out of this like summery feel right now, and we're kind of leading into fall, this would be a great brand to keep your eye on, whether it be on secondary markets as far as like Grailed or directly from the site. I think this is gonna be a great brand as we move into fall, winter vibes. But let's get into the next article. All right, so this article reads, emerging Shanghai-based label Kreativekloth gives a lesson in layering. And let me tell you, I love discovering and finding out about a new brand that I've never heard of before. And this brand definitely did not disappoint. But let me just say this, these pants right here, I would sell my newborn child if I had these, bro. I swear to God, like, I will give you the child. Give me the pants. Simple. But nah, for real, I think this brand is super dope. And like, as I was just going through the pictures on the article, I was just like, okay, like I'm in. Like, you have my attention. Like, this vest especially, like, it kind of reminds me of like almost Halo video game futuristic vibes to it, which I really rock with, because like I like brands that just like, and I like brands that just do their own thing. Like, you could tell this brand is focusing on like building out their aesthetic and building out the things that they want to build. Like, yes, these are all clothing brands. You know, they're always gonna have a coat, jacket, shirt, pants, shoes, head, like it's all gonna be the same thing. But like, if you could make your brand stand out enough to where it's just own thing amongst like the similarities amongst all brands, you got my attention, bro. And this brand definitely did not disappoint. But let me tell you, when I headed over to their Instagram and I got more information from them, that's when my mind started to get blown, bro. Like, I took a look at their Instagram and just the pictures, the vibe, super minimalistic, but like there's something about the images and the way that they're playing with the light and some, like, just everything about it is just, you have my attention, bro. Like, it's not even like a question anymore. Like, this brand is on my watch list without a doubt. You definitely want to check them out. I don't own anything from them, so as far as like quality wise, I can't really speak to that. But I can see this brand, just like Entire Studios, I can see this brand really propelling themselves and being a staple in their own realm, as like, as far as like streetwear fashion and all that type of stuff. Like, I think this brand definitely has a competitive edge compared to other brands. But let's get into the next article. All right, so this article title reads, Organized Crime Responsible for Rising Theft Across Entire Sneaker Supply Chain. Bruh, not only are you going up against like a system where it's already flawed because people have these bots, people have multiple people jumping on trying to get a sneaker itself. Not only you have to deal with that, but now on the back end, bro, like, let's say you made a successful purchase. You like, woo, got this shoe. I can't wait to get it. The money's out my account and everything. And then somewhere between when the package is picked up to delivering it to your house, it is gone. It is lost in translation. Like, it is just, it really surprises me that sneakers have gotten to this point. Shoes that you wear on your feet has gotten to the point where, you know, companies are losing, what they said in this article, in a raid on a warehouse, they found over $7 million worth of Nike products. Like, bro, how has sneakers gone this far? I get it's a multi-billion-dollar business. I get that. And I get people want these sneakers. More people are interested in sneakers than they've ever been before. Like, I remember a time when releases, like big releases, used to just sit at stores. You could enter a raffle, get your little ticket, you come back without a problem, you could get your pair. And it wasn't anything, bro. Like, and I wasn't even heavy into sneakers then. It was just like, that was the known thing. You could get sneakers. You could meet up on people on different platforms and forums, you know, trade sneakers. You used to be able to, just like all this stuff where it was just like a subset group of people who used to be into sneakers. And those are the people that were crazy about the sneakers. But now it's gotten to a point where it's not that subset group anymore. It's everyone. It's everyone and their mothers, bro, want these shoes. Where sneakers used to be, you know, not necessarily frowned upon, but like, you know, you can't get into a club with no sneakers. You know, you can't walk into a business meeting with sneakers. Like, you can't do all these things. But now sneakers, since the world is moving into like such a casual state, like, you know, it used to be only casual Fridays, but now it's like, you know, you could walk into work with a t-shirt, you know, as long as you tuck it in, maybe into your pants. Like, it's so interesting. Like, it blows my mind, literally. It blows my mind that sneakers have gotten to the point where people are organizing whole ass GTA heists to get them. Like, I don't know what the future of sneakers is gonna be, because as sneakers get more hype, as they become more limited, and as things start to progress, bro, like it's gonna be more desirable to want to get as many as possible. Like you have Nike execs that are, laundering off shoes. You have, people with UPS, FedEx, like losing, like it is at the highest of the height when it comes to like, Nike. Then it goes to people that in a supply chain that's stealing them, and like, people that might be porch pirates. Like it's at every level of receiving a shoe, bro, it is becoming impossible to get it. So I don't know what that means for the future of sneakers. Obviously, Nike is like the pinnacle when it comes to footwear, sneakers, and all that, and like Adidas, and then New Balance, and like so like as you go down in the total pool, obviously some are going to be less desirable to pull off a grand scheme like that. But it's just crazy to me, bro. Like it blows my mind every time I think about how far sneakers have come and what they're doing to people's minds. It's like, it's wild, bro. It is so wild to me. But let's get into the next article. All right, so this article reads, Lorenz OG taps Lil Yachty to front new Arc'teryx collection. Now this article begins talking about Lil Yachty being one of the best dressed rappers that's out there. And honestly, I can't think of many that are challenging bro style. Like, and it's not even the sense of just like the name pieces he wears, like the Bodie, the Capital, and like all the other stuff. But I feel like as far as like switching things up and doing different like shoes, cause he's got the Amines, they got the Dior, they got the, all that like stuff that people know. But when you start really getting into like sneakers and fashion, it's like, you're not worried about the name thing, but you're trying to get like the best thing. Like that's when you start really stepping into being creative with your own style, like getting Babesters, getting ROAs, and like, wearing Arc'teryx, or like wearing, which bro was wearing it before it became like the staple piece for like Gorkcore and like that type of aesthetic. Like bro was wearing it prior to the buzz that came behind it. But like, really stepping out and testing brands that may not be known to everybody, but like really putting together just different outfits. Like I just seen bro was wearing like some green pants that like a small independent designer made. And like, that's what I mean, like putting people on, but also like it's unique, bro. You're not gonna see nobody else rocking that. And like Yachty definitely is one of them rappers who is one of the better dressed rappers that's out there. But back to this topic, which I've never heard of this guy, Lorenz.OG, but it seems that he's known for his like hand-dyed technique, as far as like, which I imagine it being like how people like dip-dye sneakers, dip-dye clothes, and like, tie-dye things. Like that's what I think of when I think of his own dyeing methods. And based on these jackets, bro, which had like that, they all kind of have like that ombre effect where it kind of like it fades, which I can't think, like the thought process between like what colors to use and like which ones are actually gonna pair well with the material, which that's like a whole process in itself, using the right stuff that's gonna pair well with the material of the clothing, and then having it actually play out and bleed well. Like bro obviously is a master at what he does. Like look at it, like I can't say anything about it. This is my first time being introduced to bro, but the stuff that he's doing is really fire. And they're saying that this is not necessarily gonna be confirmed to be like an actual release, but if it is, oh, I know these would do numbers, bro. Not only do you have Yachty, not only do you have an Arc'teryx jacket, which is already expensive, and you also have hand done work, maybe, which I would assume is hand done. Since there's not a whole collection being dropped, I believe these are all hand done. So you take those three things into account, bro, like that jacket's probably running $1,500. Reasonable side, and he's trying to have people actually buy his stuff, maybe like $1,100. But that jacket gonna be expensive if bro drops it. which I can see the mood board pages now. I can see the aesthetic on Instagram right now, bro. And I'm mad as hell I can't afford one. But yeah, it's really dope stuff that he's doing. I think that his work speaks for itself. He's obviously getting his accolades now, and I'm definitely gonna keep an eye and see what bro's doing next. But that is gonna wrap up Kloth Talk for this week. Again, if you have an article that you want me to talk about, go ahead and drop it in my DMs on Instagram, Twitter, Threads, like wherever you could tag me. Tag me in it, send me it. But without further ado, like I always do, I'll catch y'all in the next one.
But I love the way you work it. Ay, I love the way you work it for